What's guys, welcome back to your channel. So we have our third update on the Richard Petty 1971 Roadrunner NASCAR from Salvinos JR models, and there's not much more we have to do. It's pretty much ready for the body to go onto chassis. But before we do that, I want to show you the interior, and I did promise this video, and yeah, the interior turned out pretty darn good. I'm pretty stoked and pretty happy how this thing turned out. So of course, my last video we showed you the entire chassis, the engine stuff, that's all done, and then just had to do a little bit of work to the interior, but overall the whole thing turned out pretty good. Dashboard went in with no problem. Actually, there's a little problem, especially if you do put on clear coat and do put some paint on there. This part right here is a little tight, so make sure you just kind of trim it down a little bit with a selective blade, and it will slide into place. So that's not too big a deal. It just gets a little tight there when you do put some paint on there. But other than that, that's pretty much about it for that. Of course, it's all Petty blue, the roll cage and everything. We got the transponder down there. I showed you that in my last video. You can see it better in my last video. But that is wired. Only one oil hose going through the oil cooler right there, through the interior, going to the engine bay and stuff. So that's pretty cool. The fire extinguisher and shifter are 3D printed along with the seat. So those are 3D printed. So the fire extinguisher turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy how that turned out. The shifter, it's just bigger and a little bit better, and it looks more accurate, I believe. So that looks pretty good. And there is the seat. We got a seat belts on there. Very basic seat belt system on there on these cars back in the day. So they weren't totally safe. That is the Heinz, I don't know how to pronounce it, tooth pattern on the seat, which is pretty cool, from Scale Motorsports. Now that is clear from Scale Motorsports, so you do have to paint it white. So the white is Tamiya, just plain white, flat white acrylic paint, and then you put the Heinz tooth on there. So that turned out pretty good. It did a flat clear on there, so that looks pretty cool. I'm pretty happy how that turned out. And then the roll cage, again, this whole assembly on the roll cage went together super well. I did mention on my first update, make sure you do glue it before paint, and then just use this quick setting cement from Tamiya. This will quick set it really quick. That way you don't have to hold it for too long, and it will really dry within seconds or instants at least. And then, you know, don't glue the roll cage into the chassis, because it will be a pain to paint it, because you do have to get all around if you are going to paint it and stuff. So just use the chassis as like the jig for the roll cage, and just kind of pop it in there. So that way it's kind of in there, and then when it's kind of dry, then you just slowly pop it right out. But it does pop right into the chassis with no problem. There's four pegs, so on each side, where it kind of slides into place, and it really just clicks into place. And back here, make sure you don't glue this part back in here either on all the, you know, Chevys or, you know, 70s cars. Don't glue this on, because it does go through the roll cage. So keep that separate, because you're not going to be able to get this back part of the roll cage in at all. I did mention in my last video, I'm not going to wire and plumb the fuel tank and the battery, because you're never going to see it, because I did not cut out the trunk. So but you can, this is all separate. This is separate, so you can paint that in aluminum and stuff. And there's holes. These holes are already drilled, so if you do want to wire and plumb the fuel tank and stuff, the battery, you definitely can. So that's pretty cool. But like I said, you don't cut out a trunk. Don't even bother, because you'll never see it ever again. So there's that. The plating down there for his feet, that is actually that's bare metal foil. That is just matte aluminum bare metal foil. So that looks pretty cool. Some cars had it, some cars didn't. I think it looks cool with it on there. So that's that. The steering wheel is from the kit, and that was a very accurate steering wheel. Did that in like a satin black for this wheel, and then flat black for the horn button. Even though it's not a horn button, it's basically like a little cushion. And then the spokes here are satin as well. So that is that. The Pepsi Cola decal, for the one that I'm doing with the Pepsi Cola decal sheet, or his sponsorship, that is actually extra in the decal sheet. They included that. They already included two, because one was supposed to go back here on the body, and then I couldn't find where the other one went, so I figured just include two just for the heck of it. So I just stuck onto the dashboard. It looks pretty cool. and yeah, it looks pretty neat. But overall, the chassis looks pretty good. I'm really happy how it turned out. And the interior, again, very basic on these older cars. So if you do want to wire these engines, or use the engine and the interior, especially the interior, you don't have to do too much wiring, because just the computer module, very basic, and then just one little black hose going from the back oil cooler to the front, and then some brighter lines going to the back, and that's pretty much about it. Not much wires and hoses going through the interior. Very basic back in the day. And then yeah, so the seat looks pretty good, very accurate. But yeah, pretty happy how this thing turned out. And also one more thing I want to show you or tell you, the padding on the roll cage. I did mention this on my last video as well. That is actually from AK pens. That is there we go. That is the rubber black. So, and these things, I swear about these things are awesome. So you just take this, and it's a very fine tip, I mean really fine, and then you can easily paint that roll cage, and it's flat and it looks like rubber, or you can do it in flat black. It's up to you. They have tons of colors. So, but yeah, that turned out pretty cool. I'm really happy how that padding turned out pretty good. So very, very neat. So that is that. Let's go ahead and show you the body real quick. And then yeah, so the body looks pretty good. We're all set. It's all wet sanded and polished. All the clear coats and the polishing turned out, staging turned out pretty good. No more orange peel. I am going to drill holes in the hood and stuff for the 3D printed hood pins I'm going to put in there. That goes for the same for the trunk. I'll show you those in a bit. But we got the glass in there. So we painted these bracing and the window trim, and that's actually paint. I did not use bare metal foil because bare metal foil was way too bright. Even if you use the matte aluminum, it's still too bright because these are not chrome. They're actually like aluminum look. So this is actually titanium silver from Tamiya, and here it is right here. So X32. So titanium silver, and that looks very, very accurate to the real car, because that's not chrome on the real car, so that's silver. So titanium silver looks pretty cool. And then on this part right here is pretty cool. This is actually brushed or polished aluminum, because that's pretty shiny. That's actually shinier than the window trim, believe it or not. So that's pretty cool. That's the way into place. And then we painted the grill flat black, or in that flat from micro setting solution area. So that's pretty cool. And then our fuel tank is separate. Got that in there. That is aluminum. So, but yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy how that turned out. And this is gonna go right onto your chassis. You are gonna have to spread the body out just a little bit, because again, this is a muscle car. They are very curvy at the bottom, so you're gonna have to spread the body out just a little bit, but it should just pop right into place. So that is that. And here is the hood pins I'm putting in there. So pretty cool. So they're very, very 3D effect on them. So they're chrome. And then yeah, so we're just gonna drill a little hole because I will pin on there. So just drill a little hole on the trunk and the hood, and just slide these in there. And these are gonna look much better than the molded in ones. So that is that. Here is our filter that goes on the engine. I see most of them, or all of them, had that like aluminum tip on them, and it's not perfect on them either. They're like curved up, so I kind of represented that on the tip over here. Kind of made it look kind of cracky, kind of curvy. Over here was kind of a little bit too perfect, I think, but not a big deal. But yeah, pretty neat. I guarantee if I take this to shows, they're gonna probably be like, oh, it's curvy, but it's like, well, it's supposed to be like that. So did that on purpose. So that's that. Then the wheels and tires I showed you on my last video, so check out my last video on this. It's like an update. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much about it. We're gonna go ahead and get this thing patched up, and there's really not much more. Just that filter, the wheels and tires, and then this lip that goes on the bottom of the car. We did it. You can either do it in body color, or in this case, it was actually in or aluminum, like a dark aluminum or dull aluminum. So did that in dull aluminum, so it kind of has that contrast to it. But you can do it in body color. So that's that, and then that's pretty much about it. Not much more we have to do, and yeah. But all right, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and then until my next video, we'll catch you next time.